Okay guys, so this morning I was able to go to the Korean and I haven't been there in a while, so I decided to ride around and just look at the fields. And this is a vegetable field right here. So I just like the scenery, the view, the mountain, the fresh air, just seeing how people live. It's fresh. Okay, this place is called Wat Laang. Laang stands for cave and Wat stands for temple. It's a temple on top of a mountain and it's located in Phum Thamay. Phum Thamay is the next village after the Kriam. So this place is really cool in the summertime. Even on a hot summer day you can come here and it's surrounded by trees, so it's really cool. Before I move forward, I wanted to clarify a few things. I'm not religious in any way, but Buddhism is like the predominant religion here in Cambodia. And I'm just learning and I'm just doing my own research as I go. And whatever I'm sharing with you guys is what I'm learning as I go. So if I get anything wrong, please help correct me so that I can give the correct facts. So this area right here, you can see is surrounded by trees and it's real quiet, real peaceful. Not like when you're off in the village around other people. It's so quiet, you know, nobody's there, it's just quiet. The reason why I'm really interested in Buddhism is because it's a religion of peace. And a lot of the temples that I see around here in the Kriam, the temples are located on top of a mountain. So that means whoever the monk was that created that temple, they had to go out and search for a place where they could find peace. And then they picked that place, that particular place, as a temple. So I'm thinking, what was their psychology? What were they thinking? How were they feeling? What were they driven by for them to go up on top of a mountain, a high mountain at that, just so they can find a place for peace to meditate? And then they set up a temple there. So you can see there's some solar panels that are used to generate electricity. I guess at this time, the monks, they're all on the top of the mountain. It's real high. So I'm just exploring, just walking around, looking at things. So no one's around, it's nice and quiet. It's a temple, so everybody is welcome. You can go and look around and do as you please, just gotta be respectful. So I'm just looking, seeing things. This area right here, I guess, is a place for the monks to meditate and receive and give offerings and blessings to people. That wall right there with all the writing is names of people who donated money for them to build the temple. So it's all quiet. I don't mess with anything. I'm just looking around. Picture of Buddha here. Another picture of Buddha. So it's just a quiet place, you know, nobody's around. And in Cambodia, you have to be respectful everywhere you go. So if you look, I had to take my shoes off. This is the beginning of the mountain. I'm going uphill now. And while I'm going uphill, I'm thinking about whoever the monk was that decided to build the temple up here. And I'm pretty sure back when he decided, there weren't any stairs. Then I look to my right and I see this statue and there's a tree there. And I'm like, what is this? So this is the second time I've been to this place and I didn't notice this before, but that is a Bodhi tree. And now I'm checking this leaf to see if it is really a Bodhi tree. And it is, because you could tell by the heart shape of the leaf. So those who don't know, the Bodhi tree is known as the tree of life, where the Buddha meditated. He meditated there for 49 days, and that was when he reached enlightenment. That's when he reached nirvana. It was under the Bodhi tree. And I'm just learning this too right now. I'm just doing my own research and finding out. And that's the reason why this tree is so symbolic. This is a Bodhi tree right here. So it's religious. It has a lot of deep meaning, and the leaves have a lot of benefits, medicinal benefits to people. And also the tree, whichever village has a Bodhi tree, I guess the women are a lot more fertile, and it produces a lot of energy, oxygen. There's a lot of benefits to the village just from that tree alone. And it really does help out with like indigestion, a lot of things. There's a lot of benefits to people. So that's why it's sacred to people. So now I'm going up the hill some more. I'm going up the mountain, and I'm looking at all the trees and all the vegetation around. And I'm just wondering, like, wow, thinking to myself, like, how long has all this stuff been here? I'm looking at all the boulders, and I'm trying to picture the monk who was climbing up this mountain back then. And it's a long way up, and it's a steep climb. Even with the stairs, it's very difficult. And along the way, you can hear rustling, like little animals moving around. I'm not sure what type of trees those are, but I'm just amazed by everything. Also, the Bodhi tree can be from 900 to 2,000 years old. So that's another amazing fact. And if you think about it, trees, they take in the carbon dioxide that we breathe out, and then they produce the oxygen that we breathe in. And from that, you can think about the ancestors, the people who were alive before us, hundreds or even 1,000 years ago. They were breathing the oxygen from that tree. So that's why they call it the tree of life, because it's been around, it's been taking care of people before us, before our time, and it's still alive, and it's still breathing, and it's still helping oxygenate the people of today. Another thing about Buddhism is that once a monk sets out to find a destination or find enlightenment or find nirvana, while they're continuing on their journey, along the way, there's a lot of different temptations that come up, a lot of different distractions that will try to distract them from whatever their goal is. And one thing about meditating is that you need to focus on your goal. Whatever the goal that you set out to do is, you cannot be distracted by any outside influence. There was another monk, his name is Janmani. He was talking about going out into the woods, going out into the jungle, and just exploring and meeting and seeing different types of animals. The Kriam is an old, ancient village, and my dad, when he was growing up as a child, he told me that in the hills, in the mountains, there used to be tigers, there used to be elephants, there used to be monkeys, all types of different wild animals, right? And that monk, Janmani, he was saying that while he was exploring the jungles, there's a lot of supposedly extinct animals there that he saw for himself. He even saw like the most beautiful women in the jungle who tempted him to follow her. And then not only that, he'd see different like ghosts from the Pol Pot area, from the Khmer Rouge regime, who died, and soldiers would call him like, hey, come with me. I have a place for you. I want to show you all of the gold that's hidden. And after seeing each and every one of those temptations, he never lost focus on his goal. He just said, no, it's okay. I don't want anything to do with it. Even with the girl who was tempting him. He was like, no, I'm fine. I'm just going to keep going along my way. And while he was going along his way, he'd be hungry, or he'd see like different things all the time, and he'd run into like suspicious things, but he'd say, you know what, I'm focused on my goal. But the reason why I'm talking about that is because that's the thing about living every single day. We're always tempted to forget about our goal, to forget about why we're doing something. And if we let little things distract us, we often forget about our goal. So I'm going back downhill right now, and I started to worry about my motorcycle. I was like, oh my God, what if somebody steals it? And that's the thing about distraction. I was kind of worried, and then I started going downhill kind of fast. And while I was going downhill, I almost slipped. And when I almost slipped, I stopped myself. I was like, I need to control my thoughts. I need to control my feelings so that I'm not panicking. So I slowed back down. Then I thought to myself, you know what? My motorcycle is okay. It's still going to be there. Nobody's going to steal it. We're at a temple, and it's fine. So that's why I started slowing down. And you can see that I saw my motorcycle, and I was like, okay, it's okay. It's still there. So I'm learning something each and every day. I'm learning how to control my thoughts and my feelings. This is a Bodhi tree in Battambang City here. And you can see they built a road around it instead of cutting it down. So that's how much respect they have for it.